Hi everyone, I'm gonna talk about Emma. So Emma, fun story, the name comes from the personification of M and A, so hopefully you'll never forget. My name is Rick, I'm part of the SEP 22 cohort. I have a background in capital markets. I've been an AI entrepreneur for almost the last decade, and I thought it would be fun to bring those experiences together. Now, I'm not doing this venture alone, I'm doing it together with my co-founder, Peter, who is a PhD in AI, and he has worked on AI for the last 17 years. Now, the problem that we're trying to solve is the following. If you ever have tried to acquire a company, you've done an investment, you will always have to do due diligence. If you're one of these participants, if you're a law firm, a private equity firm, if you're a corporate doing M&A transactions, or you actually want to sell a company with a corporate finance advisor, you're on the hook. You have to do this. Now, unfortunately, it's very demanding. This is typically how legal people look like at 11 p.m. or 1 a.m. in the evening when doing legal due diligence. Now, in essence, the broad strokes of this process is not that complicated. It's a repetitive step-by-step process. Basically, what you need to do is you need to inventorize the thousands of documents that you're going to go through. You're going to check what the gap is with the documents that you actually need in order to do the process. And typically, they do this based on due diligence lists or information request lists. And then you're going to ask hundreds of questions on all these documents. Typical things are a change of control, a non-competition clause, non-solicitation, these things, or it could go much deeper into shareholder rights. Now, our solution is an AI software platform where you can create either your own data room or you can connect to external data room providers, take in the documents, do a gap analysis through AI. So we have an agentic platform where you basically get all the document properties and you categorize the documents accordingly so that you quickly can tell the other side what is missing. Then what we're going to do is we're going to run all these questions, legal questions, through the platform, and we give the deal team answers. And then the last step is that we're going to create a report. We generate it based on templates, and also quite some AI is involved. And the cool thing is this whole process can take 24 hours only instead of 90 days. And you can show a dashboard to the investment committee, to the CEO and board members that actually want to do the transaction, show them where they're at with this risk assessment. So these are some screens about Emma. So we have a lot of these checks already templated in the platform, but you can also create your own in a question of minutes. And that's what we also see, more law firms that are more established on AI doing currently. The cool thing is that the AI is explainable. So you see here a red box. Basically, everything that we find, we always link it back to the document so that you actually see where the data comes from. So if you have to do a hefty integration trajectory later on, you can always pinpoint back to the documents and you actually know where the problems are in these documents. If we look at the key benefits that Emma provides, these are typically the three personas that benefit. It are the law firms themselves. They save a lot of time, and they can use the time for much more high valuable work, thinking about advising their customers on strategic topics, thinking about negotiating a share purchase agreement. For private equity, it's great because they can actually do a pre-qualifier. In one day, they know actually if it's worthwhile to send it to the lawyers, because there might already be things in the data room that you're not really, that doesn't qualify for you. And then last but not least, we see an increased use where entrepreneurs or corporate finance advisors, people that want to sell assets into the market, use this to do a vendor due diligence, basically to prepare themselves on the due diligence phase that comes later. Now, we currently already have some initial traction. These are the logos that we work with, typically with the legal teams that advise other clients. We're currently doing a pilot with 10 other firms as well. I had the pleasure to build a rockstar team. I'm actually super excited to announce that since 2 days ago, we've hired our first actual lawyer to the team as well to go even deeper on the use case. And we're surrounded by great advisors. Omar, I got to know during the SEP 22 program. He's actually the chairman of the legal advisory board, giving us advice on all these matters. As mentioned by DK, we raised 1.6 million, and I have the following ask to you. If you're in any of these industries and you're doing deals, please come talk to me together to see what we could do with Emma for you. I have a specific interest in firms that are operating in the UK or the US, but we operate on a global scale. We support more than 80 languages in the process, so let's talk. Thank you so much.